Hello, I'm Kath Mainland, the Chief Executive of the Edinburgh Festival Fringe, and I'm here in Edinburgh's Festival Theatre. Scotland is a small nation but has always been a very creative nation. Maybe it's the Celt in us, but we have wonderful traditional arts, from storytelling and ceilidhs and traditional music through to wonderful national companies in opera and ballet. And the great thing about the festivals is that they bring this an amazing international aspect to Scottish artists who get to invent the next generation of contemporary culture for the nation. The impact of the Edinburgh Festivals, of course, isn't just in Edinburgh, but impacts throughout the rest of Scotland, the UK and internationally. So Scottish companies such as the National Theatre of Scotland, Scottish Opera and Scottish Ballet don't just present their work at the festivals, but throughout the rest of Scotland, the UK and indeed all over the world.
I am Donald John Mackay, living here at Liskintyre on the island of Harris. I started weaving because my father was a weaver. The inspiration behind what I do, I get mostly from my surrounding area of where I live. Harris wood industry plays a very, very big part, an important part in the lives of the people of these islands.
What my jewellery is about is designed and made in Scotland, in the Orkney Islands actually, but the whole of Scotland is brilliant. Maytow was one of my original chambers that I looked at, and this particular piece is circular like Maytow, and the Vikings broke in through a hole in the top and they scratched runes round the wall. I thought this was a nice idea for a design, so I took the round shape of Maytow, made my own message in runes which says reflecting times past and present. The whole of Scotland is brilliant for inspiration. Scotland is an amazing place. There's no end of ideas. Every day there's a new dawn with new light, new patterns. Everything's just there.
My name's Alistair Macaulay. I am half of the Timber Species Design Studio based in Glasgow, and we're now in our first shop in Great Western Road in Glasgow. Our core business is hand-printed fabrics and wallpapers. One of the ones we're more famous for is our Glasgow toile, which is based on the classic 17th century toiles.
We've stayed here, you know, and this is 22 years that we've stayed in Glasgow, just because, not that we wanted to go anywhere else, there was just no other need to go anywhere else.
My name is Fraser Anderson, and I started my business 7 years ago when I worked for a craftsman in Orkney. Traditionally the chairs were made from driftwood, as there was no timber sources in Orkney. They were originally known as the poor man's chair because they couldn't afford furniture from the mainland, so they used driftwood from the shore and straw from the local fields. I've got 3 older sisters, and on their first Christmas I give them all of their own Orkney chair. I mean, an Orkney chair will easily last 100 years if well made, so therefore in years and years to come, that chair with their name on it is going to be their own Orkney chair.
My name is Hazel Campbell, and I'm speaking from my studio in Galloway. The Galloway landscape to me is so stimulating because of its rugged natural beauty. We have a lot of artists coming to this area on holiday for quite obvious reasons, the wonderful countryside, and of course we're very close to Kirkcudbright, the artist's town.
My name is Finlay MacDonald. I'm Head of Piping Studies here at the National Piping Centre in Glasgow. There's some fantastic music being composed and arranged, and the instrument itself has been pushed in ways it may not have been before. This isn't always looking back the way historically, we're looking forward. We're looking at taking this instrument, which has got great history and great roots, but moving it into current musical trends. There is something about the sound that's very special. And I don't know if I can actually just put my finger on it myself, but I know I feel it, and I know it when I hear it. Something like this. Scotland, welcome to our life.